What's good, guys? Moss the Chappy. We're back today for some 2K gameplay, and I got a double header for you. Both games I'll be using the Kings. The first game I'm taking on the Mavs. The second game I'm taking on the Lakers. And we're talking about some things that I've been working on recently on the defensive side as well as the offensive side. Obviously, shot release is going to be crucial for you to have a successful offense. In this first game, we're hitting our shots, and then in our next game, we're just missing our shots. We're missing the open ones, not getting perfect releases, and it ends up biting us. So sometimes a slightly early or slightly late is going to go in, especially on the ranked game settings, which I'm going to talk about in this video suck, but it is what it is. And sometimes they're not. So you really just got to do your best to try to get your shot release down. And then you got to get it down online because there is lag online. And that's what throws my shot off more than anything, is really just having a different shot release pretty much every game. So once you get it down in that game, you're going to be good to go. But just make sure that you understand when you're online, sometimes it's going to be a little bit earlier, sometimes it's going to be a little bit later. And once you know one player super well, once you get his shot down, you should be able to kind of translate that time to the other guys on the team and hopefully get extra releases with them as well. And that's going to definitely benefit your offense. And if you can shoot well, man, it's really going to keep people out of zone defenses and make them unable to play zone. If you can't shoot, then you're going to allow your opponent to be able to play zone defense quite effectively. So that's one thing, though, that we have been working on lately. This guy we're playing here is actually 26-9, and all he did was drive into the rim and really just force up shots inside, and it was just ridiculous. And it was just seemed like he made a lot of contested layups and a lot of contested shots at the basket over the course of the game, just a whole bunch of them. Some of them were definitely good drives, but a lot of them it seemed like he would force it up over three players, and he would end up just getting benefited by either a foul like this, or he would just make it over two or three defenders. And that's one of the things that sucks about ranked game settings is, one, it's on default, and on default there's a lot more fouls, especially when you drive to the rim. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh-wee. But there's a lot more fouls when you drive to the rim. And then another thing is, if you're shooting contested shots, they make them a lot more often. Nice dunk by Jordan Hill right there. But it's just very unfortunate that that's the case because it's on Superstar and because it's on default, you're going to make a whole lot of shots that you wouldn't on Hall of Fame and that you wouldn't on simulation settings. And those are the ones I'm used to playing on. And in my opinion, those are the best settings to play on and to play the game on, because a lot of these junk threes that go in on, ranked matches from guys that don't shoot threes in real life, or they shoot really contested threes and they just shoot a whole bunch of them. They go use the Warriors, shoot a bunch of contested threes. You got to deal with that. You got to deal with the nonsense of people driving in. You got to deal with your guys fouling them every time they go and shoot it inside the paint. So there's a lot of things you have to deal with. And then on top of that, you have to deal with the lag online, which, it messes up your defense. But this is a flaw in the game right here. This animation of your guy being on a fast break, getting chased down, and then getting blocked happens way too often. And also, it's unrealistic to the point where your offensive player will slow down. Even if you're trying to go fast and just hurry up and dunk the ball, he's either going to do one of two things. He's going to slow down and then just, miss it or get it blocked, or he's going to do a dunk or a layup animation that either he's going to try to dunk it, he's going to cock it back all the way behind him and it's going to get blocked, or he's going to do like a stupid dunk animation. Instead of just putting it up and dunking it like a regular dunk, like a rim grazer, or just going up and slamming it down, what he'll do is he'll try to do some fancy dunk, and it only happens because that defender's trailing him. And then what ends up happening is that defender's able to block it just about every single time. And it really doesn't matter a lot of times who that defender is, which really sucks. So that's one thing they definitely need to patch up. That is just a stupid animation, and it really ruins the fast break experience. So pretty much your best bet, if you get a fast break and you have one defender trailing you, regardless of who that defender is, you're going to be better off doing either a spin layup or a pro hop layup or something. But if you try to just do a regular layup, or if you try to just dunk the ball, it's going to get blocked pretty much very consistently. So right here, we're able to finally get some stops defensively. And right here, we're going to go ahead and take it inside with Rudy Gay. Shaping up to be a really good finish here. And that bucket right there is definitely huge. Now we got to get a stop. Rudy Gay forces it in over to Derek Williams. And Rudy Gay is able to knock in a couple free throws to get us a 4-point lead. Now all we got to do is just keep him from hitting a three. And what happens? Of course, we leave the man open for a three. But right here is another strategy for you, real quick tip. At the end of games, especially when you know they need to intentionally foul, if you can get a couple passes in and chew up some more clock, do that. Make sure it's a safe pass. Obviously, you don't want to turn it over in that situation. But if you can just get a couple safe passes in, you can usually chew up 3, 4, sometimes up to 6 seconds more than you would have otherwise. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed some of my thoughts. We'll definitely get into some more tips and things like that in the near future here. Till the next time, we gone.